Been hunting for a TV that can actually keep up with your gaming sessions and binge-watching marathons? Maybe you've seen all the hype about 85-inch panels and wondered whether they're just big for the sake of size. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've been testing the Samsung 85-inch Neo QLED Vision AI Smart TV for a few weeks now, and I want to walk you through what it really does in a typical household. First off, the sheer size of an 85-inch screen changes how a room feels. When I set it up in the living room, the whole space suddenly feels more like a home theater. Watching a family movie night on that screen makes the picture pop in a way a 55-inch just can't match, and it's not just about being bigger. The Quantum Mini LED full array gives you deep blacks and brilliant highlights, so those nighttime scenes in a thriller still look sharp without turning the whole room into a glow fest. It's the kind of brightness you need if you have a window behind the TV, because the panel can crank up to 1500 nits while still keeping the whites clean. One of the practical benefits that really stands out is the 4K AI Upscaling. I loaded a bunch of old 1080p home videos from my phone, and the TV's processor instantly lifted them to near 4K quality. The colors looked richer and the details clearer, which made those nostalgic clips feel fresh again. If you have a growing library of older media, the upscaler means you don't need to worry about that content looking dull on a massive screen. Gaming performance is another area where the TV shines. The Motion Xcelerator 144Hz panel, combined with the NQ4 AI GEN2 processor, cuts down motion blur so dramatically that fast-paced shooters feel fluid, not jittery. I paired it with a next-gen console and noticed that rapid movements in titles like Call of Duty stayed crisp, even during those frantic moments when the frame rate jumps. The lower input lag also translates to a more responsive experience, which is something you can actually feel when you're competing online. Smart home integration becomes surprisingly seamless with the built-in Alexa. I can say, "Alexa, dim the lights," while the TV is playing a movie, and the command goes through without me having to pick up a separate speaker. It also works the other way. If I'm in the kitchen and ask Alexa to turn on the TV to my favorite streaming channel, it launches instantly. For anyone who already runs a voice-controlled ecosystem, the TV essentially becomes another hub without any extra hardware. Another subtle but useful feature is the supersize picture enhancer. When I was watching sports with a group of friends, some of us were sitting off-center, and the picture adjustment made the image look more uniform across the entire viewing angle. That means you don't have to force everyone into a perfect spot to get a good view, which is a nice touch for casual gatherings where people are spread out on couches and floor pillows. The TV also handles multitasking surprisingly well. Because the NQ4 processor is designed for AI-driven scene optimization, you can have a live TV broadcast on one side of the screen while browsing the web on the other, and the performance stays smooth. I've used it for video calls while a family member streams a show, and the picture quality on both streams remains consistent, which is a big win for work-from-home setups that rely on a single screen. Now, for a quick pros and cons rundown, because I know you want the straight-to-the-point take. The big picture benefit is the immersive size combined with the mini LED tech, which gives you an experience that feels cinematic at home. The AI upscaling and motion handling make the TV feel future-proof, meaning you won't outgrow it quickly. And the built-in Alexa adds a layer of convenience that you don't get with many other premium sets. On the flip side, the size can be a drawback if your room isn't big enough. You do need a decent viewing distance to avoid eye strain. Also, the price tag is still steep, even with occasional promotions, so it's a serious investment. Overall, the Samsung 85-inch Neo QLED Vision AI TV feels like a solid blend of performance and practicality for anyone who wants a large, smart screen that actually delivers on the promises of brighter colors, smoother motion, and smarter upscaling. If you're ready to upgrade, the link is below.